There, today I'm going to be making 4 really quick cards using the Oh Joy stamp set. So this is the first time I'm using this set, so I am going to rub it all over with my eraser because I find that that helps the stamped images. It helps the ink stick more to those clear stamps. So this stamp set is really versatile. It has a lot of different patterns and sayings. So on my first card, and all of these are the typical A4 card size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when folded. And I'm using all white cardstock just to make it quick and easy. So I'm going to search through my 6" by 6" paper pad at the moment just to see if there's anything that sticks out to me. And I haven't planned any of these out in advance. I'm just going with it. So I love these little Christmas lights, so little twinkle lights. And I'm going to start stamping these all over the top of my card, almost like bunting. And the thing I love about clear stamps is that you can change the angle of the stamp. So if I want that to be more of a curve, I just pick it up and curve it a bit more. And I want these to go different ways, these strands of lights. So I'm going to run some one way and now I'm doing it the other. And I'm not really worrying about the space where it overlaps because I'm going to be coloring that in and adding glitter to it as well. And I've just decided to do one more strand. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that the trash collector, the bin men, always come when I'm filming a video, so I apologize for that. So my strands are all done here, and now I want to put something at the bottom. I love these little presents stacked up, but I know that in the transparency pack they have a larger one, so I grabbed that one, and I'm going to choose a saying here. And this one is Merry Everything, which is really, really cute. So this is a great card that you could send for someone who might not celebrate Christmas. So now, just to dress it up a little bit, I'm going to color in the Christmas lights. All in the colors of the packages, red, green, and teal. That green's a bit too dark for me, so I'm just trying to search for the right green here. And this one's bright enough to use for those twinkle lights. So I'm just kind of randomly going through just so I can keep this process super quick. All of these cards, all in all, took me about 30 minutes to create. So 4 cards in 30 minutes. So on my next card, I love this pattern. It looks like a knitted pattern, so like a sweater, and it's really, really easy to combine together. So if it's not wide enough for your card, it's really not an issue at all. It's super easy to add rows on top. So I've just got an ink all over my hands, so I'm going to try really hard not to smudge my paper. So see how easy that was just to add another row to that? Okay, I'm just going to clean my stamp really well because I'm going to change the color here. Next up is going to be teal. And I'm just trying to figure out if I want to continue my stripes up my card or do one more. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do one more, and I'm going to emboss it. So I have some glitter in here from my previous card. I'm going to go ahead and clean out my tray. If you don't have one of these brushes, they're architecture drafting brushes. They're super handy. I like using them to brush off my desktop because then I don't smudge. So I have my Versamark here. I'm just grabbing some silver embossing powder. And I realized I forgot to use my embossing buddy here, but luckily I didn't really have any problems when I went to adhere my powder. So I'm just going to heat emboss this. Now it's heat embossed. All I'm going to do is add a sentiment right above my pattern. So good cheer is pretty perfect for a card. And just to dress it up a little bit, I'm going to add some sequins. I'm going to do some color blocking here. So red sequins in the red area, teal in the teal area, and gray ones in the silver one. Just because I don't have any silver, I think I need to remedy that for this Christmas. And you'll also see on the finished card, I decided to add a couple of sparkly rhinestones as well, just so it dresses it up a bit more. Okay, so this is card number 3. And on this one, I'm going to go to the 6" by 6" paper pad. I do love that background, but I think I want something I can cut out. And if you saw the first layout I created for my guest post, I used the 12" by 12" version of this paper, and I cut out the trees. And I'm going to do something similar to that right now, because I think these trees are really just adorable. And I love how clean and modern they are. They're also easy to cut out because they're triangles, so not a lot of fussy cutting needed. Fussiest part about cutting out these trees is keeping the tree trunks. If you didn't want those tree trunks, it would pretty much be a piece of cake. So I'm just going to add some dimensional adhesive to these trees just to pop them up. And just above those 3 small trees there, that looks like the perfect place to add my sentiment. And this sentiment that I've chosen says it's the most wonderful time of the year. And I love that it combines my 2 favorite fonts, like a typewriter with a script. It's pretty perfect. So I'm going to stamp that in teal. And I'm just going to add a few of these Oh Joy puffy sticker stars to the top. And on my last card, this one may just be my favorite of all, and it's the most simple. I'm pulling out the 12-inch by 12-inch transparency sheet because I know there are some 4-inch by 6-inch transparencies here. And this one says, "Let the light of the season shine in your heart." That's a perfect card sentiment. So I just want to find a pretty solid piece of paper to go behind that so it can really pop out. And this teal one, it's like a teal with some little trees. That's pretty perfect. Because it's a really tone on tone, doesn't have a heavy pattern. And look how that pops against the teal. Absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to cut this out at the same size as my card, 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2. So I feel like there needs to be something in that top right hand corner. So I'm grabbing these mirrored stickers, and unfortunately I grabbed that one a bit too hard and broke one of the arms off of the snowflake, but it's pretty easy just to stick it back on. So don't forget that there is a little film protecting the mirror finish on these, so you just want to pull that off before you finish the card. So I don't want to use adhesive on this since it is so clear. So what I'm going to do is grab my mini stapler and just add a couple of little staples right to the outside corners, because I'm going to cover that up with some ribbon. And that's something that I just decided then and there that I would just have to do that. So it'll add a different texture to the card. So I've grabbed some gray striped ribbon, and I have some really thin metallic twine, string I guess, and I've just made a figure of 8 on my fingertips, and I'm adding that to the center of the snowflake. So there's that finished card. These cards came together so easily using the Oh Joy collection. Be sure to check out this collection not just for scrapbooking, but for quick and easy cards as well. Thanks so much for joining me today. Be sure to become a subscriber if you want to see more of my videos, and check out all of the Oh Joy supplies used in the video details. Thanks and happy creating!